Test, 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 1, 2, 3. Alright. Alright, I think I'm live. Hello, I'm Mickey, and this is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. It was released on the PC. There's also a console port, but this is the version I will be running. It's a completely different game. I'm gonna explain most of the game during the opening cutscene. Timing starts when I click yes, so I'll do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So, in this game, it's a 3D platformer. The main, there's not really a main mechanic. It's kind of just based on the Harry Potter movies and books. One thing you'll notice is my FPS is in the bottom right corner of the screen. That is because this game is old and the engine this runs on crashes on a specific boss fight in Carpe Retractum. So we must have that. Put it simply, the story follows pretty much exactly how the books and movies go. There's not really a lot to talk about yet until we get into the gameplay. So, I'll let you guys listen to the amazing voice acting.
I don't go looking for trouble. Trouble usually finds me.
But they'll catch him, won't they? I mean, they've got all the muggles looking out for him too.
Scabbers, come back! Can't you keep that monster under control?
Calm down, Ron. You don't want to wake Professor Lupin.
Don't worry, Ron.
So,
Find Scabbers.
I'm gonna start moving. I'm gonna change my angle slightly, and we're gonna go right into an unskippable cutscene to show how to use a spell. I'm just gonna mash click here.
Hold down the left mouse button to activate your wand.
Keep holding while you move the mouse to aim your wand.
So the first skip is coming up. It's a cutscene skip. Alright, got it. It skips that there's a cutscene right there, and if we go on top of that luggage, it will skip it. It says about 8 seconds. Another skip right here. During ledge grab animations, you can actually skip them by pressing shift. And shift normally would make you move slower and more precise, but when you do it on ledge, it skips your ledge grab animation. You also notice that cutscenes overlap. It doesn't really save much time, but it's just kind of funny to watch two cutscenes happen at the same time. I'm also jumping into the cutscenes. It doesn't really do much. I just like doing it because the cutscenes are part of the game engine, so it just kind of looks weird. So normally for this, we'd have to have all three of us cast at the same time, like Ron says, but I'm gonna skip it by flicking very fast to the right, and as you can see, I just click right into it. Or it goes right through it. It's, I don't know, I think it's like 5 seconds. Right here, I want to just cast the pulse, so I just mash left click for this part. And here's the first actually skippable cutscene. Most cutscenes in this game are not skippable at all. And here's a pretty long cutscene with Malfoy, and it'll be kind of a boss fight. It pretty much just involves into RNG. To put it simply, it's the Book of Monsters, or no, the Magic Book of Monsters, or whatever it's called. And if you, basically the RNG is if you can either get 3 pages, I believe up to 9 pages, I think. And you want the more pages the better. If you spawn with less pages, you have to wait for him to draw out more pages. Yeah, that's good RNG. So I just mash, and we kind of hope that Hermione and Ron don't cast at them. We don't want them to cast at anything. Slow. That was fine. That was really good on you, actually.
Well done. Is it okay to scream now?
Ron, you really do need to work on the accuracy of your spell casting.
A wizard card. I love collecting these. If we search around enough at Hogwarts, we could find all 80 collector's cards.
We can look inside the folio.
Sound effects louder than I am. Uh-oh.
Scabbers!
Press the escape key and then
Giving us a lot of trouble.
Alright, okay, there we go. That should fix it.
Rats.
Come on, let's get back to our compartment before we're missed.
That should fix it. Sorry about that. I had to do that.
What's happening?
So this part, Harry and his friends are getting attacked by a Dementor. Okay, that fixed it. Good. So right here, Harry's getting attacked by a Dementor. And basically, we have to cast Repulso at these 3 different things. Well, technically 4. And it can be any order in any of them. So normally we like to hit the middle. And we kind of just hope for it at the middle. There's technically a fastest one, but there's nothing you can really do if it's bad. This seems like to be the most common one, where it's right, left, middle. Alright, we skip this cutscene. And we skip that one.
Harry, Ron, and Hermione were delighted to be back.
And here's another long cutscene.
Harry's
There's
encounter
not
with the
much to
Dementor
talk about here.
had caused him no serious harm, other than a growing feeling of dread. The 3 friends hurried to their first class of the term, anxious to resume their lessons.
I'm Professor Lupin, your new Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher. Our first lesson involves the spell Carpe Retractum.
This is probably the most fun level in the game. Carpe Retractum is a very, I guess broken spell. The developers wanted you to use it in a specific way, but speedrunners, we use it, and we use the mechanics and the physics of it. It's pretty fun. There's not really a moment where you're doing nothing, besides there's like one cutscene in the middle of the level. There's a hard strat I could do, but it saves 3 seconds.
Professor Lupin?
And it's kinda hard. Actually pretty hard, and I'm not gonna go for it.
There are 10 challenge shields scattered
We're gonna ignore these challenge shields. They're not important for any percent. They're useful 100%. But 90% it's just a waste. And if we get all of them, we get to the beat bonus room, and that's slow because it's an auto-scroller pretty much.
Let's get started. Carpe Retractum has 2 primary uses. To pull yourself towards something, or to pull something towards you. See
Okay.
if you can find a statue to cast the spell. Then, watch what
So,
happens.
a very important thing with Carpe Retractum is that we can cancel the animation by jumping. So for right here, as you can see, there's normally an animation at the end, but we skip it. We do a precise jump, not precise jump, but a jump over to that. It skips Carpe Retractum in one of these. Saves a bit of time.
You can jump over
Those things have, the like little bottom parts have hitboxes. Another, this is a cutscene skip I'm about to do right here. If I can get it. Okay. It's a kind of precise jump. I missed it. Okay.
also be used on certain ropes. Now give it a go.
I did not change the resolution. Is it weird?
Professor Lupin?
There are supposed to be black bars in cutscenes. I don't know.
Is an imp, beware. It might
It looks more like 16 by 9.
Spells may not be effective in this situation. Try not
This
to
game
let
might
the
be
wizard
16 by
catch
9.
you while they're
I don't think it is.
When they land, you can pick them up. But be careful.
I don't think it is. I think it's 4x3, but maybe I did something wrong and messed with the resolution and changed it. I don't know.
See if you can pick perfect, Ron. Now let's put your training to the test.
To the test?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the cutscenes, they put that little black bar on the bottom.
All right. Pumpkin pasties. These are worth a
Ah.
lot more than beans.
Alright, so there's these imps. These are pure
I
RNG.
think it is.
Whatever they flip, you just hit those. You want them to flip as fast as possible, obviously, but sometimes they'll wait a while, and sometimes they'll be nice and they'll flip instantly. Alright, so here's a hard part. I practiced a lot. This is the really cool part to watch. Okay, got it. Nice. Alright, so we're gonna skip carpet retracting when this box is out by jumping on the sides of that. And here's fire crabs. We spam Rictum Sempra, or not Rictum Sempra, Alahomora on them to hit them. It's pretty much just mashing left click.
Well, out of its backside. Cast Rictus Sempra to knock it
Basically,
over. Then
actually,
cast
it's
again
pretty
to
much
lead
just
it
a
through the
Malfoy
fire
fight.
crab into the trap.
Please tell me that's the way out.
This part's kind of boring. It's just kind of mashing. This part's fun though. So we could do a carpet retracting move to this platform, and then we do one backwards onto this platform. I got it. It's actually kind of hard. And we're gonna hit this off, and I'm gonna do carpet retract him up to this. Okay. Well, I failed it. I'm just gonna go for safe strats. Oh no. Okay. Not a big deal. It's kind of finicky. We don't want to hold any buttons there because you can move during cutscenes. And I'll fall off and I'll have to do it all over again. Not fun. Awkward load there. There's another fire crab here. And you don't really touch fire crabs until much later in the game. This is just an abuse of the physics of this. Uh-oh. Okay, I almost missed it there. Oh, I did miss it. Okay. Whatever. It's such a mild time loss. It's not a big deal. This trick's kind of finicky with the platform. You kind of have to hope the platform's not going to be mean. Alright, for right here, we're going to move to the right. So there's other imps in the corner, but we don't want to look at them because they'll move. It's much harder and they move much more awkwardly. Now we're going to look at them. Alright, that was pretty good RNG. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna use the momentum in this game and hit off that to just skip that hitting another thing.
Done. Unfortunately, you didn't find all of the challenge shields. You'll need all 10 to unlock the beam bonus room. So, come back anytime you want to give the challenge another go.
Another cutscene skip. And here's a finicky cutscene skip. I want to wait a second and then skip the cutscene. Let's see if I got it. Did not get it. Okay. That cutscene's really weird. Sometimes it'll give you a 10-second cutscene skip like that, and sometimes it'll give you a 2-second long one. It's weird. It's kind of hard to get consistently. Here's another skip. It skips walking up to Fred and George's shop, because we just jump on top of this. This one's also pretty finicky. I don't know if I'm gonna get it.
Fred's still
It's
waiting.
gonna take me a bit, I should say.
Oh, I guess we better get up to his shop soon.
It's really finicky, especially if Ron is trying to push me out of the way. We try to line up pretty precisely. This trick saves so much time that it's not that big of a deal if I miss it this many times. Come on, you can get it. There we go. Okay. And it just loads this area. For some reason, there's the collision or the load zone still back there. Alright, so the next up we have Buckbeak. Buckbeak is pretty much an auto-scroller. We want to just, it's kind of just, we just want to make sure we move optimally. Because we don't want to grab every single ring, because it's like a ring thing from, like, just like how in the first Harry Potter game we had the Quidditch. This is pretty much the version of Quidditch in this game.
Doesn't expect us to touch it. Disgusting creature. Welcome to care.
You can just enjoy the amazing facial animations in this game.
I'd like to introduce you to Buckbeak. He's a hippogriff. Today, you'll be learning how to ride him. You first, Harry. Just walk up to Beaky and give him a bow.
You won't catch me bowing to that filthy beast. Hello, Buckbeak. There's a good hippogriff.
Your goal is to fly through enough bats to beat the top number on the counter. As soon as you're ready, just click the right mouse button to make Beaky fly.
Alright, so I'm gonna mash the jump buttons to jump off as fast as possible. And we're just gonna jump in a specific, or go in a specific pattern. Or path, I should say, not pattern. We don't want to not get 1500. It's probably much safer if I just try not to go for the most optimal pathing. Because if I miss this, this is a lot of time. Probably more like, okay, probably like a minute, because I have to do it all over again. So probably like a minute. Not a good time loss. Not a fun time loss. I'm actually kind of pushing it, but whatever. Yeah, I prefer not to be cutting it that tight.
All right.
That was a good Buckbeak, actually. Another cutscene here.
A collector's card.
That was really well done, Harry. Come back to the paddock anytime you want another go. There's 5 courses to fly in all, and you can win a collector's card on each of them.
Buckbeak is or not Buckbeak, Malfoy's a big meanie.
Great ugly brute.
Calls him a great ugly brute, and hippogriffs can suddenly speak English, so
It's killed me.
it just bites him.
You're not dying.
And Hagrid unenthusiastically says that Malfoy's not dying.
You'll be all right.
So,
Of course.
terrific voice acting
Magic
by this
Poppy
game.
can make cuts in about a second.
You can bet Malfoy will make something out of this.
Yeah, well, in the books and movies he does, but in this game he doesn't. So next up we have Transfiguration. Well, before that we actually have the Peas boss fight, which I'll explain once we get there. The Hogwarts is actually pretty detailed in this game. It's probably like the second most detailed Hogwarts. Like the HP 5 and 6 are really detailed Hogwarts, but this before that, out of the first 3, this is definitely the most detailed one. Here's Peeves. His facial animations are pretty ugly. I mean, not ugly, amazing looking.
I don't like the look of that armor.
He's locked
So-
us in.
I bet we could beat him if we all come
You wanna
at
hope
once.
That he's nice to us and doesn't move really awkwardly. We don't want it. We want him to move, you know. We want him to be as stiff as possible, so we don't have to deal with trying to line up with him. So as you can see, like I mentioned earlier, Carpet Retractum has that animation at the end to pull, but when we do the jump, it skips it. But for here, it doesn't actually matter. It's just as fast to do it normally, and it's technically safer. So we just do it like this. Not bad. He was pretty nice there, didn't move a lot.
You were brilliant, Rod. It's easy to be brilliant when you're scared half to death.
We'd better get on to Transfiguration class. Peeves has probably made us late.
Hello and welcome to
Transfiguration
class.
involves us going into turning into a rabbit, or no,
Transformation
turning
spells
a
enables to become an
statue
animagus,
of a rabbit into a rabbit, and a statue of a dragon into a dragon.
and then back into people. For example, are there any questions?
Professor McGonagall, are werewolves animagi?
No,
This
they're
cutscene
not.
gets me every time. It's such a
Animagi turn into animals at
poorly
will.
done
A
cutscene.
werewolf
That just
cannot
ends up being
control
funny.
its transformation. Now for today's lesson, the Draconifer's and Lepifor's spells. Miss Granger, perhaps you'd grace the class by having a go at the exercise I've prepared.
Me? Oh, yes.
If you'll just step through this door, then... Let's begin with
Okay.
Lepifor's spell, Miss Granger.
So this coming up cutscene, very
Lapis.
poorly coded.
Transformation of a small object into
It's
a rabbit.
really bad.
Correct, Miss Granger.
You'll see it.
5 house points for
They
Gryffindor.
didn't really know how to make the cutscene,
You will then be able
so
to
it kind
control
of just
the
skips over some lines of dialogue, and sometimes not.
keys to move the rabbit in the desired direction.
So then
The
this
right
is
mouse button will make the rabbit
it's
talk.
borderline auto scroller.
Push the forward arrow key and hold down
come
the
on.
right mouse button
There we
for
go.
the longest jumps.
So I just want to
Well
match
done.
cutscene skip here, and
Now,
it skips over
take note of
every
the
other
buttons.
dialogue.
Position or simply complete
that.
the task at hand with the rabbit, and the spell will stop on its own.
Right. Use the left mouse button to chew or dig.
Except that line of dialogue. That one's untouched. So right here we have Moro. It's pretty much just the same part over and over again. Not that interesting. Oh, I forgot to click. Whoops. Ah, I got caught on the wall. So we want to lap befores and then jump at the last second, so we go as forward as possible. And here's a skip we do. Normally we have to walk all the way around, but right here, let's see if I can get it. Kind of finicky. Okay, there we go. I can just skip that whole part and just jump up that.
Now let's move on to the Draconic.
So there's an advanced strat called lag jumps that I can do to jump over and skip this whole cutscene, but it's really hard, or finicky I should say, and I don't know how to do them yet, though I will learn them someday.
Dragon to get the fireball pickup. Then fly up and land on a platform. Finally, you must light the torch to complete this part of the challenge. Off you go, Miss Granger.
Forgot the mash jump.
Click the spacebar to make the dragon fly. Use the arrow
Not bad.
keys to
Not bad
make it
movement.
turn. Click the left mouse button to make the dragon breathe fire. Once he's grabbed a fireball pick, the dragon will produce one blast of flames for each.
We just want to be as close to the front of it as possible. We don't want to leave it because this platform will rotate, and if it rotate in, we want to be as close to this entrance as possible. Okay, I placed it in a bad spot, so I have to go grab this again. Yep, as you can see, it rotates, so I don't have to walk all the way from that. There's another lap before as we do. Jane, just as boring as normal. We just go through this. And then we're gonna
Draconic board.
get that, and we're gonna fly over here. We're only gonna do the top two because the bottom one's a waste of time because we can get up to the second one from a spot that the developers forgot to program in or program out. So we jump up onto this bench and jump up to the flowers, and we can just jump up here. I got a long ledge grab animation there. You can't, with the ship trick I mentioned earlier, you can't actually skip a whole cutscene. You can only skip like a bit of it. Yeah, you can't Alohomora right up to a door or anything. You have to.
This, Miss Granger, Bunderman will expect
So this
the
is a
power
really,
train
really, I don't know, understand the point of a cutscene.
It's repulsive.
You can cast Rictus Impera to stun a Bunderman.
Yeah, you just Rictum Semper and then jump on top of it.
You can jump on top of it to see if it will produce a reward.
Or you just Rictum Semper it, and then you jump on top of it. We run through this room. That seems really cool, but there's nothing in here we need. And then there's these imps. After this, we have a pretty cool looking skip. Oh, they're being mean to me and they're not moving how I want them to move. They're also throwing the crackers in awkward places. Alright, not bad, I guess. So, maze skip involves jumping from this door. Okay. It's finicky, kind of awkward. Might take me a bit to get this. As you can see, it involves jumping on top of this door. And there's not a big moment of time to jump on it. Okay, there we go. Orange conifers this and jump down. We'll be right on top of the Spongify tile that we'll use in a second. We're gonna mash really fast there, so we can't climb up as fast as possible. We're gonna mash cutscene skip, and we're gonna Spongify this, and that's in a transfiguration.
Nicely done, Miss Granger. You've completed the challenge. But you'll need to collect all 10 challenge shields to earn a visit to the Bean bonus room. You may take the challenge again anytime you please.
Thank you, Professor McGonagall. You can be certain I'll get all of the shields next time.
Hermione! There you
And
are!
here's a
How was it?
pretty awkward cutscene
I can turn things into
where they reuse that same exact character animation back to back. You can see Ron does the same thing Hermione did.
No. It's just a very small transfigured dragon.
Oh, shame. You can have
And then Harry
another
just
go
starts
challenge if you'd
saying,
like.
"You have another go."
We can come back and do it another time.
Alright, here's Quidditch. Except it's a cutscene in this game, not actual gameplay.
Harry was excited to be playing in the first Quidditch match of the season.
It's pretty boring. Nowhere near as interesting as Quidditch in the other games.
He played brilliantly.
Alright, yeah. After this cutscene. Pretty spooky. Very scary. Good mash cutscene skip. There's another cutscene right after this. And then we
Now,
learn
obviously
Expecto
can't bring a real
Patronum.
Dementor into the castle, so we'll make do with a boggart. The boggart will appear as the thing you fear the most, which in your case, Harry, is fear in the form of a Dementor. First, we'll practice on a target.
The key with Expecto Patronum is that we don't actually have to cast it so
Build the spell's power.
it's all the way up. As it says, it's perfect.
Move up your arm. For a perfect cast.
Yeah, as you can see, it says for a perfect cast, you must switch to the spell's highest ring of your wand. But you can actually do it when it's about halfway over your wand. So each Rictum Semper cast, which we probably do around 20 or 30, and if we do that, the price is around a second each time we do it.
Excellent cast, Harry. Two more like that. That's it.
As you can see, I'm only about halfway up.
Fantastic. 3 perfect casts, Harry. You're ready for the next stage of the lesson. Explore the surrounding chambers.
We're just gonna skip all that content. Just run straight over to here.
Boggart.
Oh, a Dementor!
No, Harry.
So it's the same thing pretty much,
It's taking
except,
the shape of a
well,
Dementor.
it's moving,
Play on your
so
fears.
it's arguably harder.
A
but like it kind of has an auto aim system. And kids here, they're loud, but not balance the audio low. And then you can barely hear Lupin in this cutscene.
In this case, Boggart. The creature's presence will likely keep it from moving. Cast a perfect Patronus at a Boggart to disable it. Temporarily. Make perfect casts at each Boggart in the area before the spell has time to wear off.
Expect no
Alright, and then these guys surprise us. Oh no. That was fine. Alright, so what's it's just mashing pretty much. You also want the AI to hit them as much as possible. A lot of times they won't do that. Alright, so we're gonna have this thing come up and we're just gonna abuse the momentum mechanic in this game and just let go, and it sends us all the way over here. And we're gonna do a cutscene skip because the cutscene, some trigger is up there for some reason. So then we turn over this way, do that, and skip a cutscene, and now we're Hermione over here. Okay, well I was trying to do Lumos, which is slightly harder. And it seems like a second. Ah, move. So we're just gonna Draconifers and or do that trick that we did earlier in Train. Skip that. Lower it to 720. It's not on 1080. It's below 720. It's on, yeah, it's below 720. I missed this fireball. Oh, do you mean my stream resolution? Is that what you mean? I can't do that. If the game's below 720. And my stream resolution, I can't change that without pausing or without ending my stream. Yeah, it's in a really weird resolution, I'm pretty sure.
Let's begin with an Amazonian salamander, shall we?
Like here, I'll pause for a second. See, it's in a really weird resolution.
Take care now, Harry. You'll need to eliminate both the creature and its fire. Give it a try.
Alright, so for these salamanders, get the Calculacious and Rectum Semper on them. And then we're gonna Glacius this, and actually during this part, we can actually just do whatever we want. Well, I messed it up, but normally he'll just teleport. It's pretty funny to watch. Keeps on buffering. Yeah, my stream's on 1080p. I can't lower the resolution, sorry, without pausing my stream.
At the end of the challenge.
So we're gonna hold back there so we can instantly Spongify on that tile. Same thing as before, and we're gonna Spongify here. So Glacius, it's kind of weird. It wants you to take tight turns, but like it doesn't really work out 90% of the time. Ooh, almost fell there. I think this would be fun for a speedrunner, but there's really only like very few ways of optimizing it besides going left every time instead of going right a few times. We have more fairies or pixies. Ooh, I almost fell off there. And there's an awkward level load right here. Here's the first, like, actual skip of this level. We'll see in a second. So we want to mash cutscene skip. And we're going to jump right here. And I made it. Okay. Alright, that jump is really finicky. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. I got it there, luckily. It saves around a minute. It's really nice to get. Alright, that imp was being mean and not throwing a cracker. Glacius that. No cutscene this time, so I can't mess around. So, the developers poorly programmed one of these jumps, and if you're holding forward, which of course we'd want to do because it would move us faster, you'll just fall off. So we have to hold backwards. Like, as soon as we see that. Because normally, as you can see, the jumps kind of lose momentum. But for that, it doesn't. Yeah, see. That jump right there, if we're holding forward, we just fall off. Not a horrible Glacius. And then at the end, we're just gonna jump so we grab the challenge shield as soon as possible.
Excellent job, Harry. You've completed the Glacius challenge. Oh, but I see you didn't find all of the challenge shields. Ah, it's a shame. Well, come back anytime you want to give the challenge another try. Find all 10 shields, and you'll get to go to the bean bonus room.
Thanks, Professor Flitwick. I'll be back. So, how was it?
You can freeze things now.
I can slide everywhere. Oh, wicked! And salamanders the size of Hagrid.
The blue or the scarlet variety. Doesn't really matter, I suppose.
You can have another go at the Glacius challenge if you want, Harry.
Or we can come back later.
Despite the dangerous
So next
visitor
up we have
lurking
Willow.
around Hogwarts,
The gimmick is that
Harry
Hermione and Harry
insisted on
must
going to
cast
visit
together
Hagrid.
for,
He was
like,
anxious
pretty
to
much
hear the
everything.
outcome of Buckbeak's trial.
Was that? I
It's
think it
kind of
was.
interesting.
Buckbeak!
Not really
Oh,
interesting,
Hagrid.
but, like, kinda
Carried out the
interesting.
execution. Look, it's Scabbers.
You see, Ron, Crookshanks was innocent.
I've got you, you naughty rat! Oh!
Run! Harry, look out! The Whopping Willow!
If that dog can get in, we can.
Where does this...
Let's get that cut in. So with these skeletons, we just want the skeleton right here. We just wait for Hermione to focus. And yeah. And we do that probably about 20 more times. You can see she doesn't really cooperate. She kind of just like wants to do whatever she wants to do.
Thank goodness! Chocolate frogs!
Yeah, for right here. This thing kind of slides, so we're gonna jump on it. Wait for Hermione to lock onto that. Right up here. Here's an excuse to actually use Glacius again.
You're quite impressive with that Glacius charm, Harry.
And then more skeletons spawn in this room. Oh wait, whoops. Kinda got lost for a second there.
How do I get Draconosaurus?
Alright, so these jumps are kind of precise. If I don't jump at the very edge of them, I won't, I'll do a small edge grab. So I want to jump as precise as possible without falling. Alright, so here's probably like the only fun Glacius. Because you're pretty much just always moving fast in it, and there's not really any times where you have to slow down. But as you can see, it's really short. The camera doesn't like to work in this part for some reason, so I have to drag really far down, and I missed one, whatever. Dodge that save book, and hit that. Okay. Oops. And more skeletons will spawn. Come on, there we go. So I encountered a weird glitch earlier. Where like the stairs kind of like glitched inside of each other. It was weird. Okay, it didn't happen. It was a time loss, but it actually was still possible, and it didn't soft lock, so it was nice. This mechanic's really boring because we have to wait every time we want to cast any spell. Right, for these stairs, you want to actually walk backwards because the stairs are not programmed correctly, and we can just grab. They will sometimes just grab their ledge, and it's really finicky.
Where's the dog? It's not a dog.
There's no need to be afraid. Sirius Black is not what you think he is. And Scabbers, he's not a rat. He's a wizard by the name of Peter Pettigrew.
What?
Watch.
I can explain.
Pettigrew's an animagus. It wasn't Sirius Black who betrayed your parents, Harry. It was Pettigrew.
That was a really good Willow. Alright, so this part, really only time save is just casting Expector Patron as optimally as possible. Sometimes, if we time it right, we can start charging our Expector Patron the last time and hit them the first time. It's really precise. Alright. So for back in time, there's not really any glitches we do, or any tricks. It's pretty much just doing it casually. We haven't really found anything for this level. Or split. This is really the only part of the game where there's no skips at all.
Time turner back the right amount.
There's just this one cutscene skip. Or, well, normal cutscene skip. And there's also a Glacius jump we do, or Spongify jump we do. It's kind of finicky.
Careful now.
But that's not really a glitch, it's just kind of poor game design.
Well, there's got to be a way out. Nice one, Hermione. You opened the door, but it's too high for me to reach.
There's another impart in here. So, more RNG. But, this game has a lot of just dumb RNG.
Hold tight. I'll see what's in there.
Oh, come on. They all moved away as soon as I threw that one. They all I feel like they kind of try to dodge it, but at the same time they don't. I don't know. They definitely want to try to throw it as least as they can. Yeah, these are not nice at all. They kept moving away from me. This one's not throwing one. Here we go. Alright, so for this part, we want to jump as far back as possible. If we drop too far, we'll actually get stuck on one of these spongify tiles. And we won't be able to make this jump.
A lot of good that did. Now we're both stuck in here.
I was actually really good on Hermione to instantly cast that. It actually saved me time. This part's really weird. They didn't really program the rabbit that well in this part, so he kind of just gets stuck on blocks. Or he keeps hitting his head, actually. We have more spell casting here, or Inspector Patronum. Wait, oh, I missed one. Yeah, sorry, this cutscene's real loud. No, timing is not coming up. We still have a bit. Yeah, that part's really loud. That's not on my end. That's just the game in general. That part's really loud for it. I want to hold forward here. So next up is Carpe Final. That's probably the coolest looking level in the game. We do a lot of cool tricks. Well, actually we do like 2 cool tricks, but it looks really cool. The tricks pretty much just skip the whole level. But the most important part is we want to get a specific cycle, which is pretty much the specific cycle is getting everything, both tricks first try, and they're both like medium difficulty tricks. So we want to, we want to make sure we want to get the first cycle. If we miss it, it's bad. So here's the first trick coming right now. We do a Carpe Retracting cast. This one's the easy one. Not hard. One bit. Alright, here's just a slightly harder one. So we can get it. Ooh, okay. I missed it. Oh, I missed it. Okay. Okay. Alright, well, have to try it again. Okay, got it. Alright, second try. I might have missed it, but like, it's fine. Yeah, I missed it. Alright. So there's another 2 jumps, which are honestly arguably harder, but it's not that big of a deal. Fall down here, here can simper that. I got it, okay. If we miss that, we can't actually exit the level, and that would be bad. Because we want to, if you jump at the very edge, you can't get, it won't let you go back up. Probably retract him back up. Got it, okay. Got it, alright. This is not bad at all then. Okay, so this is also a really interesting skip we do here. So we're gonna enter Sunderfy, we're gonna go back into him. Or her. We dig up this. And we pray that we actually hit the jump. If we don't hit the jump, I just reload the level. So we want to get up there, and we have to jump at the very edge of the Spongify tile, or else we won't be able to get up here. Make that jump and make that jump. Got it. Okay, good. That was really weird in the trick for this. I got it, so I'm good. I actually missed it in my PB video, on my PB, so that's really good. Ah, come on, hit. There we go. That was, I missed one. Dang it, okay. Swing around. Swing around. Alright, got it at the last second. And we just fly through this part like normal. Glacius final is barely even of Glacius. We don't actually go down any slides. It's pretty much just every single minion that we fought in the game. Or like normal guy we fought. So I'm gonna mash. We wanna hit this. We wanna get up this as fast as we can. We have 3 jump buttons, so that's actually pretty useful. Ah, okay. My wing got caught there because the wing hitbox is broken. Where's the thing? There's the thing. Ah. Okay, yeah, the wing hitbox is really bad. It makes the hitbox really big for no reason. They should have made it not as big. Makes that part also pretty hard. Yeah, it's very common to get caught on one of these. Fly through this, and we grab this. And we go over here and grab this. Alright, Glacier's final. Yeah, we actually got on the slide. I forgot about this one. But it's barely anything. It's just one slide. I would have rather had the whole level just be slides than this one part. It's just a spinning circle. Oh crap, okay. Alright, yeah, so this is the most RNG part of the run, honestly. Because it's just everything, every bit of RNG possible, but like in a quick succession. You could probably gain or lose a minute here, easily. This part's kind of boring. We just kind of mash and hit them all off into this hole. Oh, I kind of got caught on that chocolate frog there. It's also kind of awkward. There's no music in this level. I wish there was, but there's not. Come on, throw one. Thank you. Nice. Okay. Alright, you should all. There you go. Yes, all group together. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was really good RNG there. Okay. Nice. Okay. This is a really good Elysius. Alright. Timing's coming up. Time end's coming up. Soon, the cutscene right after this, as soon as that plays, there's gonna be a small moment of gameplay, and the cutscene after this is time end.
Let's see whether you've completed all of your third-year requirements. Look.
Time ends. Alright.
Well done, all of you. You've completed
Alright.
your third year.
Well, that's Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Splendid work. Absolutely splendid.
Pretty fun run. Bit too many cutscenes, but besides that, really fun.
What you did for Sirius Black and Buckbeak was truly
What happened? Oh no.
Now,
Wait, what
you
happened?
try and behave yourselves during the summer holidays.
Uh-oh. Wait, what happened? I don't know what happened. But yeah, that's Harry Potter Prisoner of Azkaban. Shoutouts to the Harry Potter speedrunning Discord for helping us and everyone.
You think the dead
About
we
57.
loved ever truly
Yeah, I was actually I was timing it myself. It's a 56, 52.
more clearly than ever in
I timed it myself.
Your father is alive.
But yeah, thanks for shoutouts to the Harry Potter speedrunning Discord. And shoutouts to Yellen, I think his name is. Don't yell at me. For creating the tutorial and helping many new runners, including myself, help win the game. But yeah, that's Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.